Good evening, Unique Couples community. We are Vito and Linda Patrick, founders of Unique Couples and co authors of Seven Pillars to Strengthen Your Marriage. Welcome to day number 28 of the Seven Pillars to Strengthen Your Marriage Summit, Marriage on a Mission. We have been here for the last 27 days, and today is day number 28. And we are going to be in for a great time this evening where we have special guests, special friends with us all the way from Canada. So go ahead, share, let family and friends know we are on, we are live.
Yes, this has indeed been Marriage on a Mission. 7 pillars to strengthen your marriage summit. And the challenge was 30 days, 30 couples, 30 ways to make your relationship stronger, healthier, and happier in 30 minutes or less a day. And it has indeed been a challenge, but we are here at day number 28. And of course, we're excited. 2 more days to go. But most of all, we are excited about the couple who will be sharing tonight. So if you enjoyed any one of the first 27 days, know that you're in for a treat tonight with the Basins.
Yes. Hello, Jason and Lovette. How are you guys doing?
We are great.
We're well, thank you.
All right.
Awesome.
Awesome. It's a privilege for you taking time out of your schedule to be with us this evening. We appreciate it very much. Just want to say a big thank you for being here with us this evening. And we are just going to go straight into the conversation. So, Jason and Lovette, can you tell our audience a little about yourselves and also how and when did you meet?
Okay, do you want to go first or you want me to go?
You can go.
Okay. Once again, thank you for having us tonight. We appreciate it. And it's a privilege to be on this platform with you guys. So for me, I'm Lovette Basden, for those of you who don't know. I am a real estate agent here in the Simcoe County in Ontario. So I connect hearts to home. That's what I love doing here in Canada. I'm also author of Travailing Woman Prayer Journal. And I basically help the community, young women here in Canada.
Myself, I'm an entrepreneur here. I run a small home renovation company, actually in different parts of Ontario now. And our motto is to bring people dream to reality. And it's been a great journey, and I believe that God is really blessing us in this area. Second question was, how did we meet? We met in church. I think it would have been a number of years ago. My wife came to hear my great teaching. No, actually, her mom loved to hear my teaching, and her mom invited her to hear me teach. At that particular time, it was at the Hilton Hotel in Nassau, the Bahamas.
Awesome.
And when her mom brought her to hear the teaching, I shook her hand and I felt something.
A spark.
And everything went on from there. I invited her for a date on the beach at that particular time because I didn't have much finances. And then apparently, I wouldn't say apparently, she fell in love.
Yes, I did.
It was a instantaneous thing, she said. And oftentimes, one of the things we overlook, we see the physical aspect of it, and she fell in love with the physical aspect, and we grew to know one another from the personality perspective, and then everything went on from there.
Yeah, and that's how we met.
Awesome,
In church.
awesome. And how many years are we talking in total? Dating, marriage, all of that?
14 years. 14 years
Okay.
together, 12 years of marriage.
All right. Awesome.
Just
Awesome.
celebrated, just celebrated 12 years in October past.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
12 years of marriage, that is.
Yes.
yes, yes.
All right. And as we look over those last 12, 14 years, what is an obstacle or challenge you faced in dating or in marriage? And how did you overcome it?
Well, that's a good question. Well, we had this challenge with family, and marriage. When you're newly weds and a new married couple, you tend to leave your family, right? But there are times when you hold on to your family, and that instant, like for me, I was dependent on my family for advice always, and not my husband. So that was a challenge for me, and I had to really deal with that in a sense to know that, hey, you're married now. You can't look back on your family in that sense for too much advice because you have your husband here. So what is the purpose of his presence in your life if you're not able to confide in him? So that was one of the biggest challenge that we faced, and we overcame that just by communicating and talking more and being open more to him about the things that I go through that I normally share with my family. And just like I had a wall up, I would say. So I had to tear that wall down. So the
Mhm.
walls of Jericho had to come down when it came to marriage. So that is one of the challenges that we faced, and basically from my side, that is what I faced. One of the challenges, and that's how I overcame that with this loving gentleman who deserved all of me.
Uh, you know, there was an incident, seeing that we're talking about this, leaving and cleaving. Did you mention a number of times in your book, which I want to commend you on a
Yeah,
great book, a
powerful book.
phenomenal book. And you did mention about that family members and other people trying to involve themselves in your marriage, which can cause big problems. You did mention that. I think is in the middle part of the book. We went through the book a number of times together, my wife and I. And I had an incident some years ago, Mr. and Mrs. Patrick. Some years ago, we were at a function, and one of my relative approached my wife in a in an angry manner. And I don't know,
Hostile.
I don't know, I don't know exactly the words that she said to my wife, but I was deeply offended. And so I did not get up. We say in Canada swearing instead of cussing. Almost they say cussing. No, I don't curse. I'm saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Spirit. But I dealt with the situation, and I told her that, hey, whenever you offend my wife, you have offended me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whenever you try to insult my wife, you have insulted me.
Mhm.
Even though she was a close relative at that time, I had to stand my grounds.
Mhm.
And this is so important in marriages today. We have to let, in some cases, you're not ought to be disrespectful about it, but you have to let your family members sometime when it comes to that point, let them know that your wife is number one, next to God. God is first, and then your wife and your family is second. And you
Yes.
have to let them know. If you don't put that in that particular order, you will experience problems.
So true.
And sometimes, in most cases, you have to let them know too that your family comes right after God. Your family is priority in your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
After that
Yes.
situation, I didn't have no problems after that as it relates to how important my family is to me.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let those walls crumble. Let tear those walls down. So many times we enter relationship with all of those walls, all those baggage, all of the things that we carry, and expectations, and all of the things, the disappointments, the hurt, or whatever. We bring it into our relationship, and then we kind of like beat our spouse with,
With it.
with
Yeah,
it. And
correct.
so So, we have to examine ourselves. So, those of you who are watching, we're saying, whatever it is, examine yourself and look. So, when you see you're having these adverse reactions or, these shifts in emotions and they're so extreme, evaluate what it is and then look at the root, find the root of what it is so
Yeah.
that you can deal with it. Because if you don't, it can lead to problems. And so, I like how you decided that, hey, yes, you needed to tear those walls down. And
Yes.
sometimes it's us. We have to do it ourselves. No one can do it for us.
Mhm.
And those other people trying to be in the
Yeah.
inner circle
Yeah.
is definitely a problem. So I'm glad that y'all were able to overcome it and then are here now to be able to share with us and the community about how you overcome it. And yes, thanks a lot for your contribution in the book and, of course, your insights in it. So tell us about your contribution to the 7 pillars to strengthen your marriage and let our audience know what is your favorite part of the book.
Our, our contribution to the 7 pillars that strengthens your marriage, well, we shared practical things that help us as team based in our marriage. And that was the main pillar that you guys spoke about is communication. We build our marriage. When you say that pillar, the pillar of
Mhm.
communication, our marriage is structured on communication. Because if you lack communication, your marriage will fall. And in this 14 years we've been together, we've learned to have strong communication skills, even when it comes to our kids, communicating with them and teaching them. And for couples, we sometimes encourage them communication. That's an important section in your marriage. You must talk about things. You must share your ups, your downs, your weaknesses, your strength. That is very important to keep the marriage mended together. Because if you don't have a marriage that is mended, there's room for the devil to come in and he will start communicating to you because he know you're not communicating with your husband or your wife. So we try to communicate so that no one or no adversaries could get in between this right here, because we have that relationship to communicate anything, whether it's good or bad, positive, negative. That's what we build our marriage basically on, and that's what we
Mhm.
contributed. And honey, you have something to say because I know he's gonna stop talking too much.
But you know what? I've read the story, and you guys give a great testimony. I want to commend you from making us a part of your great book. And you both of you have an illustration in there. I think when Linda was going through a situation, and then Vito say he realized that he can't understand something unless she explain it to him.
Right.
I read that
Mhm.
story, so and it was I can agree with him because a lot of time I use a statement similar to that. I would tell my wife, I don't live in your mind.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you don't explain it to me thoroughly, we had this problem a few years ago. She would give me half the information. And today I am proud to say that she have grown.
I learned a lot.
I tell her just explain it in its entirety. I don't like to try to figure out exactly what you're trying to say if God has given you the ability to explain what's going on in your mind.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So we are being delivered from that. And I told her, if you're going to give me information, give me the whole thing and as plain as you can, so that there will be no discrimination, no hindrance, no misunderstanding.
Yeah.
And we have grown from that area a few years now. We have grown to the next level, and it is all about transparency. And I love how you guys put it in your book. Communication would affect every area of your life.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
know, communication when that communication is broken or is not as clear as it should be, it affects your finances, it affects your sex life, it affects your family life, it even affects the way you relate to other people when you're not happy at home or when you guys are not communicating properly. So communication is one of the key role a great marriage, great relationship with your spouse.
And yeah, I didn't answer the other question. What was our favorite part of the book? For me, intimacy and the friendship factor, where you guys share your story, where Linda had her situation with her friends, always sharing, similar to what I've said earlier. And it was so, what captivated me when Vito said she asked you to be her best friend. So I was like, oh, will you be my best friend? So I was like, oh, I
It
need
was
to
so
tell my
like
husband,
it was so like grade two, right?
will you be my best friend? Like she's looking for safety, you know? So she found that safety in you. And that was an intimate part of her opening up to you, because she just want to leave the drama behind with her friends and what have you, and just realize that, hey, my husband is here for me. He could be my best friend. So chapter 3 was one of my favorite chapters in the book.
My chapter is chapter number 6, dollars and cents.
Yeah.
It's a very good information you have in that chapter, and you started to very good foundation as it relates to finances of the family. You talk about free money. I mean, that's a new name there. At the end of that chapter, you talk about free money, how you have a few bucks to do whatever you want, if you want to save it or spend it on yourself. And you talk about how it's so important to have a family budget because, hey, we are all adults here. If your money is not together or not right, once again, that affect your whole family too.
That's
Yeah.
it.
And I love the part, the humorous part that you put that Linda said when her friends say you can't even function properly sexually on an empty stomach.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Linda said, yeah, and that sound very like folks in the Bahamas, you know.
The
So
old mothers.
You
yes,
need the
it,
nourishment, right? You
Yeah.
need the
it is.
nourishment to be able to get
But it
intimacy. Yeah, to
is
get the
it
sex
is
right.
the truth. And you said you can't even if you don't have any money, how can you eat something or keep your energy going and enjoy that moment?
Yeah.
And you mentioned about the dollars and cents. You mentioned how it's so important for your family. Your family need it for the well-being of the family. The
Yeah.
overhead expenses. They need it. You need money to pay your car payment. You need money to buy food for your family or healthcare, all of these stuff. So that's the part that really stood out because that's once again that would cause a big problem in the home
Yeah,
if your money is not properly managed.
yeah, so true.
And it takes both effort, both parties to really help in that area because we say, oh, the man's supposed to bring it in and he's supposed to do this, but hey, if he's bringing it in and the wife is squandering it, we have a problem now.
Yes.
So true. Yeah,
You see? And
absolutely.
in most they say in most marriages it's a spender and it's a saver or somebody who is very good at managing. But the problem comes is when most men feel like they can do it all. They can make the money, they can
Mm.
manage it properly, and then they start to fail and then they start to blame the woman. You see?
Yep.
They start
Um,
to blame the woman, oh, she mismanaging the funds, but you took it on yourself. You took that role on yourself, and then you screw up the money,
So
and
true.
then you play the Cain and Abel game. You start to point fingers. But
hey.
it is so important that you come together, and this is where, and I love the fact that you guys put a prayer at the end of every chapter. That really, I told my wife, that really blessed me. And you had every chapter was filled with scriptures. I love that part too.
Incorporated.
You guys, very good book that you can use for even. I told my wife we could even implement some stuff when we are doing our marriage affiliation course that we do
Mhm.
here in Canada, sometimes twice a year.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have churches call us to do, just to encourage the marriage couples. We can even take some of those
Books.
nuggets, some
Yeah.
information that you have in that book. Very informative as it relates to different pillars. And once again, I want to commend you on the job well done, both of you.
And the 4 S's, you like that
The
one.
four
Thank you.
S's. Yes, see my wife, she a very, very retentive memory. She said the
Yeah.
4 S's.
Yeah.
I told my wife I like that too. Silence. I said, wow, Silence can get you in trouble. Silence and staring. I think it was Vito who said
Yeah,
that.
Vito, the 4 S's.
Staring. I said, when I stare you in your eyes, that's how we got some kids, right?
Yeah, the stare, the
Yeah, yeah.
stare.
There.
So thank you to Jason and the vet for your contribution, and also for those of you who haven't gotten your book as yet, you want to go ahead and get your copy of Seven Pillars to
Huh?
Strengthen Your Marriage. You can find it on Amazon.
Yep.
Here in Freeport, you can find it at Variety Vault downtown in the Independence Square. You can also find it at Bellevue Gift on Queens Highway, and it is also located on two islands in the Bahamas, in Nassau and in Abaco. So you can get your copy of Seven Pillars to Strengthen Your Marriage. And Jason and Lovette, they give you guys a lot of tips and nuggets. So
Yeah.
a lot of stuff is in the book. So you want to get your copy.
Yep.
Yes, yes, definitely. Wherever books are sold, ask for it and get your copy. Yeah, so we could. I believe this is the first time that anyone mentioned the
The
prayers.
prayer. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
first time. So we've had like about 20, this the 28 days. And this is the first time that anyone mentioned, how the prayers are there and some of the scriptures that are
Mm.
incorporated and really picked up Levette on the 4 S's. And so, yeah. Thank you. So we know y'all were very thorough
Yeah.
um, with how you use it, and we want to encourage people to, don't just read it, and we know people will get it and they say, oh, they're getting it to support us and we love it, and they're getting it and they'll gift it to someone else, and some people may feel, oh, I'm too old for this, I don't need it, y'all could teach us or whatever. But outside all of that, we're saying, make it a new experience to with your spouse, because
Mhm.
you never read this book, you
Exactly.
never read this book, so make that a new thing for you and your spouse to go through it together. Make it a new thing. Make it out a new experience that'll draw y'all closer. And and we're saying, don't just read the book, apply the principles.
Yeah.
Like, do the work, do the spas at the end of each chapter, do the activities, get connected so that your relationship could end up, like we say, stronger,
Yeah.
healthier, and happier,
Happier.
because
Mhm.
that's going to affect your family, your children, your family, your legacy, the community, and our country, and even the world. And so we're happy that Canada is getting it. Listen, when you go, let them get their copies of the book. Boop, boop. Wonderful.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. And then hopefully we'll be there soon.
Yes, yes,
And it's funny that
definitely.
you mentioned that too. I told my wife when I read the book, I said, you know what? We're going to have a private book club. I
Oh
think,
wait.
Linda, you mentioned in the book that you should get a book and read as a couple together
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
in your time of, when you meet and you want to find fun stuff to do.
Yeah.
You read a book so you can elaborate on it and discuss it when you guys meet. And that was interesting. I told my wife that we are getting a private book club.
Mm. Awesome.
We
Awesome. And
That
have
then
would be great.
my wife and I. We have lots of books. We have a whole wall
But we read
that
separately.
we read separately. I have my preference of books.
mhm,
She as well. But we have decided after reading you guys' book, which is so unique, that we're gonna get maybe choose one or two book every year, and we will read it together, discuss it when we have our outing and when we have our private time together,
Yeah.
which will give us something to go over and really
Yeah.
elaborate on.
Yeah. So we learned something out of your book.
There's a lot of nuggets. we
Yeah.
we we
And that's
don't take it away.
Yeah.
mhm. And that's the
yes.
thing there. You want to continue learning. You want to continue growing, and that's important.
Yes.
We want to see marriages thrive. So it's good that you can grow and learn together.
Yes. Have those unique experiences which will make a difference. And speaking about experiences, for those of you who are watching, we have a free gift. Yeah, we'll put it in the description, in the comments. We have a free gift for you. And this worksheet activity guide will allow you to connect with your spouse deeper ways. And it'll also allow you to track your relationship, track what you're doing with and for your spouse. Okay,
Mhm.
so We'll put that spa tracker, the intimacy guide, and spa tracker in the link in the comments so that you can go ahead and get that free gift. And it also includes, as a bonus, some date night ideas to get you really spicing up your relationship. So go ahead and click the link. And I think it just asks for your name and email and go ahead and get that free gift for you, for your relationship. Yeah, we're talking
Yes.
about healthier and stronger and happier relationship. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
And let's get the drum roll
Oh,
going.
yes,
Drum
yes.
roll, drum roll.
Hmm.
We have reached that part of the segment where we ask for the number one tip or recommendation. So today is day number 28,
Yep.
and over the last 27 days, we have had 27 tips,
Yep.
and we haven't had two of the same tips. So we want no repeats, we want no duplication. So, to the Basins, can you let our viewing audience know what is your number one tip or recommendation to making relationships stronger, healthier, and happier?
Number one tip is transparency.
Ooh.
Mm,
If this is relevant, this is necessary for an effective marriage.
Yeah.
Transparency. You know, you already decided that this is the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. What is there to try to pretend?
Yeah.
You know, I told my wife, I think about a few weeks ago, I tell her I believe that we have grown to that stage of maturity and transparency. Well,
Excellent.
what you and acceptance, she said, what you see is what you get. I don't have to pretend to be somebody that I'm not in the front of her. I think by now, at this particular year, she have known a number of my flaws and my weaknesses, my struggles,
Yeah.
and the same as it relates to her. I don't know everything. We have never reached that point. But as you grow and mature, and I believe that there is levels in
Yes.
marriage as well. We are past that stage when you got married and you're excited. You're just filled with zeal and excitement. You can't stop kissing and touching and this thing. Even that Vito, that part really never slows down. It seems like the more you get into this marriage thing, the more you want to touch and kiss and stuff. But when you first got married, it's like, if she go to the washroom, you want to go to, and
Fiery.
that's the zeal part. But when you reach a certain level of maturity in the relationship, you say, "Hey, we are here. We're gonna make this work, and whatever we're faced with, we're gonna hold one another hand and walk it through.
Yeah.
We're gonna be here for one another, and through thick and thin, we're gonna make it work. We
Amen.
are here. I know time has already been spent. Dr. Monroe drew this illustration some time back. He said the reason why a lot of marriages fail because they always facing one another instead of they have each other's back.
Yes.
yeah.
So because they're facing one another, when problem come, guess what? They're
Oh,
pointing at one another's
Yep.
face.
Yep.
Mm,
You see, he said the only thing the Bible said that there is no protection for is our back. So why? Because your spouse should have your back.
yeah.
And he
So
said when your spouse have your back, then the only person you can point at when the problem comes is at the enemy or the devil,
yeah.
Yes.
because your back is against one another's back. So
Hmm.
that was such a powerful illustration that he drew. And I look at marriages just like that. Once we understand our role, there's absolutely nothing we cannot conquer as a couple.
Absolutely.
Mhm. And that reminds me. I think one of the couples said your spouse is not the enemy, right? And so we have to know who is the real enemy. So having each other's back is definitely important. Don't
Yeah.
fight against your spouse. Know that whatever it is, you are going to be a unique couple and you will face it together because your relationship is the most
most important.
important issue. And so that is definitely a great tip, something for us to consider, to implement, and to definitely, you know, make part of our relationship on a daily basis. Be transparent.
Mhm.
And we
Yeah.
need that. And then when your spouse is transparent, protect it.
Yeah.
When they reveal stuff and say stuff, don't go and use it against them. Protect protect their secrets or whatever it is that they say. Cherish it, protect that, and definitely keep them close. That's definitely
Someone
important.
said you know when your relationship has reached or reaching to that stage when one party is in the washroom on the toilet and you come in there brushing your teeth or something like that, or or you want to talk to them while they're using the toilet, right? That's how you know that your marriage has reached to the point where, hey, I don't care, I just want to be where they are,
Yeah.
Yes.
no matter what
Well,
the situation or the circumstances. I'm going to endure whatever scent is in that batch.
well, to each his own. To each his own.
That's that's why
I'm
this
like, I
is
don't want to be that mature. Leave that alone.
this
Okay,
is
yeah,
this
personal
is
time.
unique couples. So
Yes,
all couples are different in
love
It
their
it, love
own
happens.
it.
way.
Yes,
It happens. It happens time after time. With my
yes,
wife
it
and I,
does.
when the situation is when we're able to endure the situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
She would kiss me
Yes,
if she's heading out. I would kiss her if I'm heading out. She's in the washroom. Just to let her know that I love her,
Yeah.
in
yes,
spite of whatever
yes.
she's doing in the washroom.
Definitely shows growth. That will definitely not be something you try during the honeymoon stage, right? It'll be
And
like,
she makes sure
oh,
she makes sure
never.
Yeah.
that
But it does show that hey, we've grown, and that has happened. We
Mhm.
grow,
Yeah.
we
The growth.
experience new things and things we thought we'd never do as the things that just are normal now. Yes,
Yeah.
Uh, and so thank you very much for
yes,
that tip. Transparency, very, very important, very crucial in a marriage.
yes.
And as we bring this conversation to a conclusion, can the Bastons let our viewing audience know what are you doing now or have planned, and share with our audience how they can get in touch with you?
What are we doing now? There's such a number of things.
Things.
Well, we got an invitation with so many different gala and ceremonies here in Ontario area,
Yeah.
and we actually no later than today we were discussing which ones we're gonna attend. So we're busy with Christmas celebration, and of course we have a ministry platform there, and we also have a small group here in Ontario, Bible study. We just recently moved from an area that we were living in a few years ago. We're in more of a country style area now, where
Yeah.
it's less people. Actually, I wouldn't say less traffic. The highway is still the same, but more trees, more woods, more animals.
Yeah.
A country style now. And guess what? It's more snow in this area. It's colder. We're more in the north now.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
we are still in ministry. We are still serving the Lord. God has been so good to us. And the ministry you can find us on is Divine Prayer and Healing Fellowship. We have a platform there, and we have live recording every week. And one of these days, one of these weeks, I'm going to drag my wife onto the teaching session, and we're going to do it together.
awesome, awesome. I can't
Awesome.
wait.
She acts a little shy, but I think once she get kind of comfortable and warm up, she's ready to go.
Once he's
Yes,
there.
yes.
Once he's there.
You can do it. You can do it. Send me the link when
Yeah.
it's time. Let me know. Let me know. I'll be there.
And I've
Great.
seen you guys a number of times. We want to say thank you for your support.
Yes. And
Um,
there's also Man Up, right?
man of
Absolutely.
networking.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's for just men. Vito had graced us with his presence a number of times, and I want to say a special thank you to Vito as well. God bless you, sir. You've been a tremendous blessing to us at Man Up Networking.
You're welcome. And thank you too for sharing, allowing me to come on your platform. It's a great
Awesome.
opportunity sharing with the men and man up networking.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
Congratulations on the book, Lovette.
Thank you so much.
Yes, yes. God
And
is
you
indeed
guys,
good.
you guys are doing a great job. Once again, I've said this about 3 or 4 times already. We want to congratulate you guys once again on a book that is well done, thoroughly put together, and the information in that book is life changing.
Yeah.
Yes. All
Awesome.
right. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much, Jason and Lovette. And we just want to say thank you again for taking time of your schedule to be here with us on day 28 as we bring this month to a conclusion on the
Ooh,
7 Pillars to Strengthen Your Marriage Summit, Marriage on a Mission. We have 2 more days left, and to our unique couples community, you want to tune in to those last 2 days. We're
yes.
gonna have a great time, so you don't want to miss it. So we'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same place. So here at Unique Couples, we are building stronger couples, healthier marriages, and happier
Happier families.
families. Love you guys. Have a
Yes.
great evening.
Bye
Take care.
Bye.
bye.
Right.